Good morning to everyone. Myself Abhay Kumar. Now I am going to today taking these seminars and today my topic is Introduction to New Computing Paradigm. So let's now I am going to talk about it. What is the paradigm? The computing paradigm refers to the fundamental styles of computing including the models of the computations and the way problems are structured and the solved. And second things why we need the compounding paradigm because we can see that say Moore's law, which is the slowing down power consumptions, and to reduce it, these types of the process we need to do the computing paradigms and emerging applications just like IoT and AI. We need to the computing paradigms, and we can also see that the evolution of the computings. The evolution of the computings happens at the different levels. First, we see that the 1940 to the 1950s it is the first generation of the computing paradigm, and now we can talk about the second generation. Second generation is that from the 1950 to 1960s, in which the transistors are discovered and the performance of the computing paradigms are increased. And now I am going to talk about the next generations, which is the third, from the 1960s to the 1970s. In this, the integrated circuit systems are developed, and in these circuits, the the transfer of the data from the one profile to the other profiles, which is makes very easiest and which is the very easiest way to the transfers of the any informations from the one devices to the other devices. And we can also talk the present future generations, which is the 1917 generations, in which all the data are shared in the very shortest way and fastest and less consumptions of the powers. And now we can talk the emerging computing paradigms from where we can use it. In the first, we can talk about the quantum computing. In the quantum computing, the usage of the quantum bits, like the many bits are used to make the singles points, and neuromorphic computings, like the human brains, neural structures, and also used for the treatments of the human's brains. And edge computings, like when we are making the IoT devices, we can see that's the usage of the computing paradigm. And in case of the measurements, they are finding the DNA of the any persons in the form of the biochemistry. The compounding paradigms are used. And what is the quantum compoundings? Quantum computing is the superposition entanglements and interfaces of the data. Now we can talk the super complex problems like drug discovery, different types of, and faster say increase the speeds of the computers. Current estates like IBM, Google's, and others having built the quantum processors still in the noisy intermediate scale quantums. And second things is neuromorphic computings. In case of the human brains, use artificial neurons and synapses like, and its advantage like energy efficiency, parallel processing suitable for the patterns recognitions and AI. The IBM True North, Intel Lohini and Spinnaker's. Its application is like used in the robotics, real-time sensory processing, brain machines interfaces and at the different process. And in DNA computing, suppose in case of the body dates from the many years, in that cases we are using the compounding paradigms for the DNA findings. These persons belongs from the which persons and find the family members, and it's helps in finding the any persons in our society. Thank you.